family. I came on right quick because I just wanted to give you guys an update as to what's been going on in my world. And I know I haven't been on here lately. I haven't been on because I've been seriously going through a plethora of emotions. I mean, um, so many things, here, getting ready for the holiday. And the holidays are always kind of downer for me because of the obvious, with my parents and then my family, my siblings were all like in disarray and all that kind of stuff. So uh, it just kind of leaves me in a like a stank, to say the least. But I know in my last video that I did, the video that I uploaded today, I think in reference to those purses, um, that video, I think it was taped actually on the 9th or something. And when I looked at my flip today, I noticed that it was still in there and I hadn't downloaded it. And um, so that's why it kind of came kind of late. But anyway, what have I been up to, y'all? Okay, like on the last video, um, I was talking about, me, breaking up Ken, kind of, going through a little transition type thing. Well, um, let's see, where do I start at with that, y'all? Um, let's see. I decided, let me cut this down a little. Me and Ken have been together. It'll be 2 years, believe it or not, next month. And it's like, where did the time go? When I met him, I met him at the gym at Bally's in Riverside, and I was getting ready for the inauguration and all that stuff. So, I really couldn't give him, it was new, and it was like, it was cool. It was cool. And, I remember when I first met him and I was telling him, we were talking about his place. And when I was going to DC, he had called me and told me he had a surprise for me. And I was like, okay, I really don't know him, but okay, you got a surprise, okay. And so, when I got back home, he was moving. So, he was moving to a better apartment, and all that good stuff. So, and I was like kind of flattered because I was like, in my little stuff that I was saying, not like I was saying bad things about his place or nothing like that. I was just, I was talking about the room. And so, but it wasn't like, it, don't take it the way I'm putting it out, like, I was dogging the man out, because if I was dogging him out, he would still be with me, you know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't like that, but, he had, by the time I got back, he, just that quick, it was like, I'm moving, babe, this is, what's up, and this is where I'm going to be at, whoop, de whoop, 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 you know what I mean? So, it was cool. So, anyway, so we have been on this, just, moving right along thing. And, I have to say, when I first met him, I felt a sense of security because, again, he's older than me. And, I was like, I just felt like I was, hot shit. And, like, what's the word I'm trying to gather? I just felt like I was, that I want to say, I was an upgrade from what he was accustomed to. And so I just felt like my shit pretty much didn't stink, and whatever I was kicking out, he was going to go along with it. And all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, it was cool, man. It was cool. And then when I started building onto this house, you know, he's real good, you know, with his hands and stuff. So, you know, we worked hand in hand and knocking down walls with the construction crew. And so it just kind of brought us closer. You know what I'm saying? It was it was wild, y'all. It was wild. And then his mom passed, and it was just so many things that was going on. So, anyway, so fast forwarded to now. I have to say, um, there's been time. Well, let me go back. Um, as I thought that everything was all good, and you know I was the best thing, you know, in lieu of sliced bread. Coming to find out that he actually had went online, had met this chick, and they pretty much had linked up, and you know that hurt me bad because I felt like I was in a safe, zone with him, and that you know what he gonna do? You know he have 100. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, popping my collar like ping. You know what I'm saying? Or flipping my wig or whatever you want to call it, but I was doing it like that. You know, I felt like, and lock. You know what I'm saying? So when he went out and done me one of them, my feelings was so fucking hurt. And I never forgot it. I never forgot it. I never got over it. And um when there was any opportunity for me to let him know how I felt about it, even when it was 6 months later down the line or 8 months later down the line, I not one time, you know, let him forget that I haven't forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And then I began to, you know, flirt and mingle with other men, and you know, I mean, I mean, just strictly, you know, verbal stuff, not really going out and stuff like that. And you know, it was really hurting to his ego because, you know, he just decided, okay, now I'm gonna move again, you know, but I'm gonna move down the street from you. And so it was like, okay, he's wanting to keep, you know, ties on me or whatever. So I have to admit, you know, it was crazy. It was a little cuckoo, but in my psyche, I was flattered for some fact. I was like, you know, man, this dude, he is just, man, he's willing to, you know, shell out that kind of money to move closer to me and down the street for that matter. Instead of me thinking that, you know, this is something that's, you know, could be rather dangerous, uh, I was pretty much flattered by the whole thing. Um, so anyway, so then you guys went through the whole thing with me when he moved here and all that. Okay, so then everything was cool. Every weekend, man, we was this concert, that concert. I mean, just partying like rock stars. I mean, you guys been rolling with me. And so, uh, I think it was September. No, here we go. If you guys remember, I had did a video when I was in Vegas for the Hoodie Awards. And I was going off because he had called me and woke me up. And I was in the bed sleep. Somebody sent me a message too and said that I looked like Lucy that morning. And I thought that was kind of cute. But anyway, he went on a frantic when I was going to Vegas. And he was like, you know, showing out, cutting up, all that stuff because he felt like, first of all, the first thing I didn't do was I didn't invite him really. That was a trip that I just simply booked on my own and I just left. And again, I was, you know, I guess by him living just down the street, he became so clingy. You know what I'm saying? I started to feel smothered. You know, I was like, you know, wherever I turn, he's there. Boom. If I'm pulling up in my driveway, it's like boom, he pulling up right behind me. You know what I mean? So I begin to feel smothered. You know, even though I loved him dearly, I felt like, you know, you're smothering me. You know, And so I was like, you know what? I got to get out. I got to go. So my goal was to go to Vegas for the Hoodie Awards. And so when I did that, you know, he was cliff bound. I mean, he was calling, cutting up. You ain't been in the room. I come back, the phone over there blinking, you know what I'm saying? It's like I was getting messages that he was calling up to the front desk and all, I mean, just crazy, crazy, right? So, and I had told him, I said, just like I was saying to you guys on the video, ain't I'm 2 times grown, and so he saw the video, of course, and so then after that, he went back online, met somebody here locally, I think, and so he had him a little one night stand one night. And it was in September. You know, give me a moment and I will be able to quote it pretty much verbatim, buckle it down to like the weekend. But he had met this chick, and he had went to her house middle of the night. And what was so cold about it, what was so stank about it, ladies, was the simple fact that, here I had just left his house. You know, I had just left his house and I was taking the kids back home. I took the kids to the Winter Schnitzel. I don't know if you guys have the Winter Schnitzel in your city, but it's like a Sonic or something like that, Hardee's or something, and they sell bomb ass chili dogs and chili cheese fries and shit like that. So anyway, I had just taken the kids to the Winter Schnitzel and I had went by his place, and I hadn't seen him in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? It was like I just needed a break from everything. And at that time, somebody had just broke in Mama's house. I mean, it was just a lot going on. I just had my birthday. I think it was September 10th. Well, September 10th. So all this happened all around that time. Anyway, I goes by his house, and he was nice. Oh, baby, why don't you stay? And I hadn't seen you in a couple days and all that. And I was like, well, I got the kids in the truck. I'm gonna go home. I said I'll be by tomorrow. And that particular night, whoever that was that he met online, and what I don't understand, I'm gonna have to do a video about this too. Why is it that women are so apt to sleeping with men and you don't know shit about them? I mean, have we gotten that bad, lady? Are we that lonely, ladies? Whereas we'll just meet a man and don't give a fuck about nothing. It's like just throw caution to the wind, nigga. What? Take it. I mean, for real. Because I'm like, and what's so cold about it? I have a very strong ESP. And when, I guess from being in an adulterous marriage, I know the signs. I know what it looked like. I know what it smelled like, the aura. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to pretty much tell me when you done stepped out. I can kind of tell it when you do it. So, ladies, it was wild. It was wild. Let me check my time. Yeah. So I got to go out of this one and come back in because it's like 14 minutes and something. So, or maybe just right at 14. So, anyway, I am going to go out on this one and I'm going to come back with part 2. Bye, family.